has his laptop and he's
I see where you're
trying
going
to
with this.
find. Yeah, I like Ben. I don't know what the term for this is, but I do like the jokes where you and I don't have to
Actually say
finish
him.
them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's nice.
We'll leave that to the viewer. If you know what the joke was going to be, let us know in the comments.
Exactly. Um, so I'm eating behind my laptop.
Good. I hate watching people eat.
Oh, I just realized for the audio listener, there's no there's
Well,
no
right
real nice.
right now there's no audio listener, so
Hmm, that's right, Ben.
why is that so loud?
That's what she said. Sometimes. Oh no, Ben. Can you guess what's happening?
It's updating.
It's updating, Ben.
The the president of China at
Uh-huh.
one point was Xi Jinping.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if humor crossed any cultural and geographic boundaries, and when the president said something sort of a as a double entendre, somebody would say, "That's what she said."
That's what Xi Jinping. Jinping.
Xi
I almost
Jinping.
got it.
I'm gonna look that up.
Mm, just see if that's what Xi Jinping is
Xi,
anywhere.
yeah, Xi Jinping. Still the president. Oh, it's that guy. He's Yeah, he's the one who bans Winnie the Pooh in China.
Really?
People say he looks like Winnie the Pooh, and
So he
so
banned it.
yeah.
Just like how I don't allow anything with Dustin Diamond anywhere near me.
I've got a polar ruby red grapefruit seltzer.
Oh, nice. I have grape Fago.
Fago.
Yep, that's what they serve at this place. Okay,
Um,
Ben.
I've never had it. You can't buy it in the stores here, but they do sell it at Ezel's Chicken.
What, Fago?
Yeah, Fago.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So, oh boy. Here we go. Can you believe it? It's probably going to give me a whole bunch of things saying I need to restart after we start recording the podcast, but it's happening, Ben. We're getting there.
Let me know when you're going.
Ben Lawrence.
Paul Goody, how's it
Ben
happening?
Lawrence. It's going well. It's going
That's my
well.
name.
So,
Please wear it out because I want a new one.
put it on a shirt and wear it out.
Hey.
Uh, so this, Ben, I'm sorry for the audio listener. You won't be able to know what's happening, but this is a beef taco egg roll.
Yeah, it looks like a fried burrito. Paul is now biting into the beef taco burrito.
It is so good, Ben.
How good is it, Paul?
I paid the person selling them to me uh double the price.
On purpose?
Uh, no, it's tip, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so what had happened was $20 for four, so $5 a piece. And
Seems reasonable.
I was like, okay, I'm going to pay them. I'm going to give them a $10 tip,
On a
right?
$40 bill?
Well, $5 for four. I mean,
Yeah.
four at $5 is 20. So on a $20 bill,
Oh, I
$10
see.
tip.
$10 tip on a $20 bill. Wow.
Generous. I'm being
There.
generous today.
That's a 50% tip there.
But here's the thing that happened, Ben. I was like, so I'm paying $30. And then I had that in my head, paying
Yeah.
$30. And then when I went to pay, I'm like, $30 plus tip, I'll give them an extra $10. So I ended up paying them $40.
You tipped twice.
Hmm.
I'm sure they appreciate it if
Hmm.
they even noticed.
Now think about this. Was the second tip more generous or less generous?
Because you thought you were only tipping 33% as opposed to 50%?
Yeah, so I was going to tip 50%, and then somehow I ended up tipping, well, and I did, and eventually I ended up tipping 50%.
In either case, you rounded up considerably
Yeah.
from your standard. I don't know what tipping culture is out there in Southern Chicago, but like
It really depends.
even on the automated
There
machines here, I think they only go up to like 25%.
there's some places that don't actually tip anymore.
Oh,
It's
really?
really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There are a
Like
couple of restaurants out here too that do that. They
they
pay
don't
their
have a tip.
servers a living
Yeah,
wage.
they don't have a tip jar, and they don't have the line when you pay by a credit card.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
It's funny having grown up in tipping culture and just feeling like I need to tip everything and everybody. Um, when I come across one of those establishments that doesn't have that don't want you to tip, it does feel weird. It feels odd. At
Hmm.
the same time, there have been only a couple occasions where I have said no on the tip thing, and even though I was justified in saying no, it still felt weird. And I've told this story before. It was like I was at a
Like
store.
you're at a store and they just like put
Yeah,
something in a bag.
I was yeah. They didn't even do that. I mean, I sure I think they put it in a bag. But yeah, I grabbed the thing off the wall. I put it on the counter. I paid. They say how much you want to tip. I'm like I don't want to tip because I'm just going to take this home. So yeah, I was at a baseball game too, and like I bought like a $13 hot dog, and one of those places where like you grab the hot dog out of the case and take it to the front. I didn't tip on that either.
Can you tell me what the other item when you went to a store was? Do you
Oh
remember?
yeah, I was at a winery out in Woodinville,
Hmm.
and they had a
We did talk
store.
about this.
We did talk
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, yeah.
So I just bought a
And what
bottle of
did you get?
wine. I was just a bottle of their. I think it's a Cab Sav that they only sell at the winery. They don't sell at the stores.
Uh, that's is it Cabaret Sauvignon? Is that what Cab Sav is?
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Oh, I was so close. I was so close. Almost cultured, but no.
Um, I didn't realize until at first I'm like, why the heck do they want me to tip when if I'm just buying a bottle and taking it out of this gift shop? But it was only after that I realized they also um, will pour for you. There's a little
Mm.
area. So you can buy a bottle off the shelf and they'll open it up for you and give you a couple glasses and then you go and it sample this wine out at a table. So that's a case where yeah, I would tip if you like opened up this bottle for me and like poured it into a couple glasses.
So they're not being crazy by having that on there. It's just
No.
that in your specific circumstance, didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Um, so I have another reprieve. You'll remember, Ben, the lyrics of Fat Boy Summer. Um, uh, that you'll get your blood work done later on, but for now it's Fat Boy
I
Summer, that whole
don't.
idea.
No, I mean, I remember you doing that, but I don't remember. Those are lyrics from a song.
Yeah, Fat Boy Summer. It was a song back when I was you know trying out the AI thing. Uh, I had a Sora song, Sono, Sono, Sora, Sono, Sono, Sora. I don't know. They're different. They're different things, and there was one where you could write lyrics and then it would turn it into a song.
Oh, gotcha.
And so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wrote
yeah.
a song about being fat
I
in
think
the
you sent
summertime.
you sent that to Steven and me, I believe.
I sent it to you and Steven, yes.
Yeah.
And it's something, something, something later, and we'll get our blood work done, etc. My doctor, who I wasn't going to see until November, during the summertime, it was like, oh, I'm not seeing my doctor till November. Well, got until November to get in shape. And then I was like, well, not getting in shape in time.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of October. Got a call from the doctor. Uh, the time in November, the date in November that I had set up for my getting to know you
Yeah.
consultation appointment,
Get to
uh,
know me.
did got canceled. Okay, we canceled this because the
Just
doctor's not going to be around during that time. And I was like,
okay.
okay, well, I didn't do the whole, well, don't put it on your calendar then or whatever. I don't know I didn't know what I was doing either, right? Who
Yeah.
knows? It could have worked out for both of us. But instead, they set up a new appointment for February.
Oh.
And
So now
so
you
now
got Fat
that's,
Boy Winter.
well, Fat Boy Winter. But the other thing is that I am going to be more active because I am going to have two things that I go to: my class, and then
Right.
I'm going to be performing
Yeah.
on Thursdays. So I'll be taking the train both ways, walking both ways. That's the plan anyway.
That reminds
Uh,
me.
and also, oh, sorry, go ahead. Yes,
So we're still doing the show next Thursday, the 30th, and then on November 5th, Wednesday, November 5th is when we do our show, and not Thursday the 6th. Do I have that right?
that is correct.
Okay.
That is the plan.
Programming note for everybody who tunes in.
Mhm. So, but here's the other thing. I got Jennifer a MetaQuest 3 for our anniversary,
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned that last
and
week.
she was like, "Have you used it?" I'm like, "No," and she's like, "You should use it." And I was like, "I don't know if I want it." So
They
now
got
I have it,
some yeah, they got
and
some workout apps in there.
and I'm playing Super Hot,
Yeah.
which is
Super hot is
enough
sort
of
of
a
the
work.
opposite of a workout, I think, because the point of that is to move slowly, if at
Well,
all.
then the other
Unless you want to
thing, well,
speed run through it.
well, this is the thing is that I do get. Well, maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but I do get out of breath and sweaty when I play it. Um, so it's doing something. But no, the other thing that I just got was Gorn 2, which is Gorn 2 is gladiatorial combat,
Yeah.
and that is real time uh fighting and stuff.
Yeah. Beat Saber's good as well for like working up a sweat.
Hmm.
And I at one point I haven't done this in a number of years, but I downloaded one of their like workout apps just
Hmm.
to check it out, just because it's like you're like on a mountaintop with like a trainer, and they're leading you through a number of different like stretching and movement
Hmm.
exercises.
Yeah, I say as I eat three fried tubes of meat in a row.
You had three of those.
Well, two of them were smaller than the big steak taco one.
um I need to we're having a thing here at the theater tonight, so I need to find some time to get dinner between after this and before that. It's company karaoke.
Hey, I always liked it when people like did stuff as a group at the place.
Yeah.
Does pizza night still happen? Does anybody do
I
pizza night?
mean, people try to get it to happen at retreat every year when we have retreat, but there's been a big fall off. The enthusiasm for pizza night has waned.
Hey, let's talk about something that it's another episode of if you know who we're talking about, then you are that person or you know what we're talking about and nobody else knows about it.
Okay.
And we might have already talked about it on here before. But I was reminded talking to Jennifer about something that happened at a spin the bottle. And what I can't remember, and I think you maybe can remember, is if the first thing I'm going to talk about was a spin the bottle. I know
Okay.
the second one was. So someone that you and I both know sang a song with a group of people around.
Yeah.
They were a group of annex people, and it may have been a spin the bottle or it may have been a pizza night, but it had a sort of a catchy chorus, and everyone sang along, and it was very. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know which one?
So this wasn't a solo person on stage. This
No,
was,
no, it was a person who was playing a guitar
yeah,
and singing,
yeah.
and it was. I'll even go one further because I don't think this person listens to our podcast. It was a song about zombies and living in a place where there are zombies.
Yes. So I know who you're talking about, what that song was, and what the chorus was that the
Okay,
audience started singing along
and
with.
the audience all sang along,
Yeah.
and it was great. It was a very cathartic thing. Now, this person played this song at Spin the Bottle,
Yes.
and everyone wanted to recreate that experience and sing along again. And the person on stage who had, been part of the group before did some things, maybe played a little bit different, changed some chords around, something,
Yeah.
so that it messed up the people singing it. So
He,
my
yeah. Okay. So your question.
my question is, was that first time a spin the bottle or a pizza night?
I don't remember the first time. So I know he only did that song at Spin the Bottle once.
It must
If
have been a pizza night then or
so,
something.
yeah, he probably sang it at a pizza night, and I do remember at the Spin the Bottle performance, him saying he deliberately messed with he messed with the chorus that the audience was singing along with to mess up the audience to
Did
throw
he
them
say
off
it? Did he say that afterwards or
after the
like
show.
to other people? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because
Because he didn't want that
he
to
sang
happen.
it. He sang the chorus again. You know, when the chorus reappears later in
Yeah.
the song, he sang it in a different way to throw the audience off. And I can't remember if he said something. In my mind, he said "I hate it when the audience sings along."
Yeah, something
But
like that.
he's the kind of performance artist who would do something like that, not because he hates it when the audience sings along, but just to mess with the audience.
Well, the thing was that the time before was so great. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
A very community thing. Anyway, the reason I brought it up is because I was talking about Twin Peaks: The Return and how people wanted Dale Cooper. They wanted, what they remembered from the old Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
And David Lynch did not give it to them. They got maybe, even though Kyle MacLachlan is on screen as Dale Cooper in almost every episode, right? It's
Yeah.
just not the Cooper that you want. And he could have, if he wanted to, have given them that Dale Cooper that they like, and he did in a very small dose. Uh, but
So
it
was
wasn't what they were looking for. And I was like, it's kind of the same thing.
do you think Lynch did that specifically to skewer the audience expectation?
Like, yeah, he didn't want to give them what they wanted. He wanted to give them
I'm not
what
making
he
this
thought was useful.
for people to watch. I'm not making
Well,
this for people to enjoy.
he's not making it for fans to feel good in. You know, this isn't a place for that. That's what I think. That's what I think
Lynch.
happened.
David Lynch. I really need a
Yeah.
haircut. My hair's getting to the point where it just looks stupid every day, no matter what I do.
Do you ever have dreams that that you get a haircut?
Oh yeah, all the time. I have dreams
I
that like not that I'm getting a haircut specifically, but that I've gotten a haircut or that something weird is happening.
hmm Yeah, I have had because I had a dream this week that I got a like really crazy haircut. Uh, I have been cutting my own hair, and it's actually worked out this time. The first time that I did it, it wasn't good. It looked a little bit too Prince Valiant to me, or Lord Farquhar, I guess, if that's his name from Shrek.
John
The kind
Lithgow?
of is that who played that
I think it
character?
is, yeah.
Yeah. So just one of those things where it's kind of like just this, and now it's a little bit better, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I during ATF, I actually cut my own hair. I can't remember why. I think it was a time of my life where I like had no time to actually go to the hair to the barber because I worked, 8 to 6 every day, and then had to like almost immediately go to rehearsal. And I
Not only
remember
that, but I had to drive somebody else.
I had to
Did
pick up this
how
guy
did
who lived downtown.
where did you work?
That was when I was at Vulcan.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. And was I at Vulcan then? I had to have been. If I wasn't at
I
Vulcan, I
think
was
for
temping.
a little bit you were working at the auto store.
Yeah.
Um,
That's when I first started at Annex, is when I was working at the
oh, okay.
Cadillac dealership. But I left I to me, working at the Cadillac dealership, like right out of college, it feels like I was there for years. I think I was there for like 18 months.
Okay. So here's what I know. I think when I first started when I was in ATF, I think I was not yet working where when you and I both worked at Vulcan at the same time, or
Yeah,
not
where
Vulcan, but the
yeah,
office park. Sorry, where
yeah.
you were at. How long had you been working at Vulcan before I started working at that same office park? Do you remember at
I
all?
started there like early 2001. I want to say like
Okay.
January or February 2001. Because it was like my first or second week there that the Nisqually earthquake happened.
Okay.
And that was February 2001.
So when the Nisqually earthquake happened, I was still working downtown. In
Okay.
fact, did WTO happen before or after ATF?
That was before. WTO was like in 99,
Yeah.
99 or 2000.
So so I was working, yeah, I was working. So the places where I worked, downtown, and then
Definitely
I went
99.
from downtown to the Pacific Medical Center, and then from the Pacific Medical Center to where Vulcan was.
Yeah.
So I believe that ATF happened while I was still like downtown.
Union Park, Union Station, Union Square, Union
Union
Square.
Union Square.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
name of that complex where my building and your
Yeah.
building were.
Yeah. So that Union Square, we lived. that's when we did telephone,
It
which is
is.
way after ATF. Actually,
It's
GudeLaurance was after ATF, wasn't it?
GudeLaurance probably started during ATF.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
no, you know what? It didn't because our first Spin the Bottle collaborative piece happened on the Intelligence set, a play written by Scott Augustine,
Oh,
and that was
yeah.
definitely after ATF. So yeah, wow. uh, and I was gonna say something about there's an art installation downtown that is called Telephone, and it's kind of the same concept that we did, except
Really?
it's more visual art than video art,
Hmm.
and it's like installed, in a storefront.
Interesting.
But when I heard about it, when I walked past the building because it's on my way home, I'm like, yeah, we were there first 20 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that'll just make you crazy, though. This is what I've learned. I came up with that, that kind of thing. And
I
yeah,
put it in an envelope and mailed it to myself
I,
because that always holds
I'm,
up in court.
I opened up, I opened up an envelope that I mailed to myself, and inside it just says, "Put something into an envelope and mail it to yourself." Ah, remember when we mailed Brett Fetzer that monkey?
Oh yeah, that was part of the show. That was
Yeah,
like in the first couple weeks of first couple months of the Goody Lawrence podcast.
that's right. Remember when we used to go places and do things as part of this podcast? Hmm. So, all right. I will tell you this. The last improv class that I was in
Yeah.
uh, went a lot better than the other one, keeping in mind the whole collaboration thing and all that. It
Oh yeah
really
yeah yeah yeah.
is.
You didn't have to
It
have a talking to by your instructor afterwards.
mm-mm, no. And it really is like you gotta you have to relax a little bit, like, and let the thing happen is what I would say. That's and my instructor gave me great advice. Uh because you can't just say um okay, well, I just won't say anything, or that
Fine,
doesn't
I'll be
work.
quiet.
Because it's not about being quiet, it's about being
I'm being
uh
present.
present, open to their and then they had us do something that was really cool. Which was have the scene that we do be the opposite of the last scene that we did, if that
Okay.
makes sense. So like if the people who went before you had a thing about dogs, and like you're two, I'm making this up, but you're two dog sitters at a dog park,
Yeah.
right? So you've got dogs, it's outside, etc. Your next scene cannot be outside, cannot have anything to do with animals, dogs, or anything like that. And if it's, two people shouting over their dogs barking, the next scene has to be quiet, etc. It's just really interesting, right?
Yeah.
So,
Really makes you need to pay attention to what's happening before you go on.
yeah, one of the things that they had was there's a man and a woman, and they were talking, and the woman kept on asking the man all these questions. Well, how does this work? Well, what is this thing? Well, what is that? That kind of thing. So, and they had just met, kind of. And so when I went through and did the scene with the next person, I was just imagining things on a conveyor belt, and I went good, bad, good, bad, no questions, just pointing at And
Yeah.
I know exactly what's happening, and he knows exactly what's happening. Well, he does the actor doesn't, but the person in the scene does,
Yeah.
and so they're just waiting for these things to come by, and that's fun, right? Because I never would have just done one word things, you know.
Right.
Um, and also I happened to listen to somebody making fun of uh first first time improv people. And it's like imagine you and I are in the scene, and I say, "Oh, hello, Officer Davis. Of course, it's me, your captain, and we're here to understand." Like just laying out everything that's happening,
Yeah.
and that is kind of what I was doing. That is
Right.
sort of, the thing about it. Like I'm making sure that we're all on the same page about what's
Right.
going on here. It's
I've got
not
a good concept.
compelling.
You need to come with me.
Yes, exactly. As opposed to, places where you can't, I mean, things that you just can't like get to on your own.
Did you ever watch BoJack Horseman?
I have watched BoJack Horseman.
There was a
Uh,
season where Todd joined an improv group, and it's
oh,
one of the harshest critiques of subtle
wait a
jabs at
second.
improv that I've
Wait,
seen.
wait. Was there a anthropomorphized cat, like a big anthropomorphized cat who I think I've seen some of that.
I don't know if the cat was part of the improv troupe, but
Yeah.
the show has a lot of animal characters in it, right? So maybe,
My big not critique of improv, but my big thought about improv is that if you're joining an improvisational comedy like class and your goal is to become a improvisational comedy performer, the scenario that you should prepare yourself for is that you're an improvisational comedy performer. And what I mean by that is that's what you're going to be doing. You're not going to be, on Saturday Night Live, and you're not going to get on a movie or any of that. All of that stuff is something that someone who is in an improv group could do,
yeah,
but it's not and the reason I say it is because my thought back when I was doing children's books when I first started was, oh, I'm going to sell my children's book, and then that's it. That's my job from then on. You have to
yeah.
like do a whole bunch of other stuff. Um, but for this, like you don't have to do a bunch of other stuff. The fact that you're willing to show up and be an improv is good, right? If you want to get paid for doing improv and like have that be your profession, that takes more effort and work.
Well, I mean, and like I've heard a bunch of stories from people like Bob Odenkirk and Seth Meyers
What do those guys know?
who did improv in Chicago,
Yeah,
and they're doing 6 shows a week, you know, and I don't know if they actually had other jobs while they were
probably not.
at
Probably
Second
not.
City or at Upright Citizens or Improv Olympic.
I mean, I would hope not, right?
Yeah, I mean, like Odenkirk tells the story about how he and Chris Farley did down the what's that guy's name, Matt
Del
Foley,
Close.
the
Oh,
Matt Foley sketch.
yeah,
Uh, they probably studied under Del Close, but they would do that like every night. That same sketch every night at Second City.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, and that's different, right? Also, that's being a sketch comedian.
Yeah,
Different story, different. Yeah, I mean, because yeah, you could do that, right? You can have a show that you do. I guess. I mean, maybe that is something that they have at those places. It's quite possible. that you I don't know. I mean, the thing I'm doing is once a week, right? Every Thursday you have a show, and I guess you could do that. I mean,
Wouldn't that be
hypothetically.
wild if, the what is it, IO that you're at? Do
Oh no,
they
I meant the revival.
Oh, the revival. But
IO is this is so dumb. Listen, the revival is great. They've
are
been
they rival
very
companies?
cool. They aren't rival companies at all. There's a lot of sharing between the two. The revival is 10 minutes closer to me than Second City or IO, which can extend, especially on high traffic days and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It is the closest improv to me, and it is the main deciding factor I had as to where I was choosing to go. Again, they work out really nice. It's been good. I like the people.
Yeah. And
Um,
a year from now, I expect you to be one of the house players and do 6 shows a week.
can you imagine? And when I say can you imagine? It's because I'm imagining uh actually being employed where I'm currently employed and also doing that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you'd be
That
able
would
to do
be
both.
that would be impossible. And
Yeah.
I don't think I could sustain my lifestyle just being an
Like
improv
people,
comedian.
I'm 53 now and I don't have the energy.
Wait a second, Ben. I'm only 52, right?
No, but I said a year
I
from
think.
now.
Oh, right. Okay. Whew. I was concerned for a second that I had forgotten.
Uh,
Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm doing important things, and and
for business.
I do love improv, but I don't know if I would want to, if this makes sense. I wouldn't necessarily feel good not doing the things I'm doing, um, unless the world changed a little bit, and then I'd be like, okay, that's fine now. There are times when I feel like the work that I'm doing, if I weren't doing it, wouldn't get done. If that makes sense.
Right.
So, although, if I had my druthers and they say, "Would you like to do improv for a living?" I think I would. I think that it would be fun. It would be something that would be good if everybody liked me. If I'm doing improv for a living and nobody likes me, then I wouldn't. Hold on. Would you like it better if people liked you or didn't like you? Okay, I see where that's at. Yeah, I want people to like me, Ben. That's what it is. That's
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the main
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. And that's what sets you apart from many people in power.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Um, I laughed, and listen, as you know, I love the United States of America, Ben. I care about flag code. There's a lot of stuff. Um, I laughed louder about a real, and some might say tragic news story than I ever have when I read the thing about what happened to the East Wing of the White House.
Yeah, that's happening.
Because they said he promised that he wouldn't do any, and well, he told us that he would. I'm like, what are
It
you doing?
it
What are you
astonishes
doing?
me how this happens over and
Yeah,
over.
I think what happens, and I could be completely wrong, but imagine, if you will, that we are on a video conference, right? Like we're on here, and Steven's there, and I'm like, yeah, Ben said that he's gonna do this, and it's really great, Ben, and a great job that you did, and you have no idea what I'm talking about. I think that's what happens to people. Yeah, they said that you're the president, you can do whatever you want, like that. Like, I don't know if that's the way that conversation really went.
Have you seen the renderings of what this new ballroom is going to look like?
Absolutely
Compare
not.
it's
No.
It dwarfs the White House. It is this huge. It looks like an airplane hangar next to the White House. It's absurd.
That is crazy and kind of funny. Like I said, little funny.
Yeah. I mean,
The thing that
it what gets me. I don't really care about the physical building.
mhm.
You know, I do whatever you want to it. Redecorate it. You know, pave over the rose garden. Whatever. It doesn't affect me. The thing about this tearing down the East Wing and putting up this bollard that he says every president had wanted, which is probably also a lie, is that these are like he doesn't consider himself a lame duck president, and that is the scary part.
Yes. Well, the one thing that you could say is that um he fixed it so that people wouldn't have to vote anymore. Uh, no,
Yeah,
what I was going to say is the one thing that it could be also is that he is looking to make a lasting impression. Maybe he doesn't think that he'll be and so this is the last great thing that he's going to do. I still think that if people really had tried, they could have gotten him to okay NASA mission to Mars.
yeah.
Yeah, that I think it really surprises me that that's not what Elon Musk was doing. Because just imagine, Kennedy put us on the moon, but you did that. It could have
Yeah.
happened. It would have. It would have worked,
In the
maybe.
meantime, we're on day 23 of the government shutdown.
Oh yeah, that is the thing. And it again, it is really one of those things where the current administration uh, had the end goal of shutting down a whole bunch of departments. Now all of the departments are shut down.
Yeah.
So they
And
sort of
is
speed ran
yeah. And they're going to
the plan,
fire workers in Democrat agencies.
which is again one of those things where you're like, what is a Democrat agency? How did this happen?
Sir, we are
Sort
currently
of.
dismantling the Department of Wokeness. Apparently, it was housed in the East Wing of the White House.
So I feel like my not hearing helicopters again. Okay, anyway, I'm feeling like my
They said it was a weather balloon.
so oh, Ben, you just reminded me this is something that I am absolutely going to do, which is purchase songs in the key of X on my Apple if it's still available on my Apple Music.
Yeah.
Um because the secret track, are you familiar with the secret track?
I do not know about the secret track. No.
It's oh gosh, what's his name? Oh, I should know. It is Nick Cave. Nick Cave and the Dirty
Without the bad
Three.
seeds?
Um, I think it's the Dirty Three that maybe it's something else. But they have a song that's really, really spooky and great. Um,
Just in time for Halloween.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's part of it. It has great fall vibes. Oh, speaking about which, you see how I'm dressed right now? I have my short sleeve shirt on. I have my shorts. It was in the in it was like 45, 40, 35, not 35. Feels like 35 occasionally. So I've been walking around with this on. This is the thing about being fat, Ben. You don't get cold
In the meantime,
like other people.
I've been stationed in front of this industrial sized space heater sitting at my feet.
Yeah, it's really cool. I was waiting for food yesterday at the place, and I was like, "Oh, this is weird. My fingers aren't working like they normally do." Oh, it's because it's very cold out. That
I
sort of
for
thing.
me, it's not that I'm so skinny I don't retain heat. That is not the case at all. It's just when I'm here at work, I'm not moving, right? I'm sitting down,
Uh-huh.
you know. So that's actually during the wintertime, I often bring my it's branded Oculus Quest, but my Quest 2 to the theater here and play games on the stage because it gets my core temperature up.
Well, Ben, that is interesting that you do that. Um, you and I could become friends
Yeah.
through our.
Although
I'm friends
since
with Jennifer.
mine is a 2, I don't know if like there may be some games that you have on your 3 that I might not be able to like play.
Yeah, I have. We have a two here also,
Oh, okay.
so I can find out. Um, but
I play games on it so infrequently. Every time
yeah,
I turn it on, I have to wait for it to download the latest software update. It's annoying.
yeah. I I wonder if I were to use the two, would I be like, oh, what is this? Yuck, gross. So I am thinking this is one of those things of, Jennifer and I do share it, and all that. I'm thinking about I'll always thinking about getting my own just so that uh like she and I can play. And she's like, well, we already have the two, so we could just use the three and the two. And I'm like, yeah. And it's one of those things of like sitting in the janky chair and all that. But here's the other thing. The other option is to wait until the whatever the new Apple thing is going to be.
Yeah. The Vision
Because
Quest.
or what yeah. Um I like I said, if it were cheaper, I would get the Vision Pro for sure. It was great. I loved it.
What did they
Uh
retail at? Like $3,000 or $5,000?
yeah, too much, too
Yeah.
much. The
Oddly
Quest
enough, they
3
didn't sell well.
is 512 for the the kind of good one. 512. What is that? Like a sixth of the price? Something like
Yeah.
that? And I mean the video is not as good. And when
Yeah.
I say the video, I mean the video like of the cameras that you look at. The cameras on the Apple Vision Pro were great. I mean,
Yeah.
barely a difference between real life and where it was at. But um the actual video of the Quest 3 is good. When you're in the virtual world,
Yeah.
you know.
I like one of my favorite, like whenever I play a or VR games, I normally just stick with this flight simulator game that I really like.
Yeah,
But I've seen some other flight simulator games on the 3 that like they're not photorealistic, but they're getting there.
yeah, for sure. The the really interest Super Hot, right?
Yeah.
Has that room that you go to after
Oh
you finish
yeah.
a mission,
Yeah.
and on the 3 it's just like amazing. Looks almost solid, etc. And I love the with the 3 you don't have to use the
For
for
controllers.
yeah, for Super Hot you do.
Right.
But for like just moving stuff around and all that, you don't. And it's really cool also.
I turned that on because for a while, I mean, I'm sure it's still there, but I turned on that feature on the 2 when it was available to just use hand gestures.
Yeah,
And it was too janky. It was like, I couldn't go through the game, go through the OS as smoothly just using hand gestures as
yeah,
I could with the controllers. And it became frustrating. So I'm like, screw this. I'm going back to controllers. I don't mind holding things.
yeah, yeah, for sure. So I don't know, we'll see how it all goes. I wonder if Gorin 2 is available
I just remember
um
that when that game was released
on that.
for the Quest 2, that it was
Which one,
that
Gorn?
Gorn, yeah, that it was super
Yeah,
popular. I never downloaded it though.
yeah.
Games are
So
expensive on there.
Gorn 2 is like I think it was like 15 bucks,
Yeah,
15 or 16 bucks. There's some games that are like 30 bucks. I have not
yeah.
uh
I don't think I've plopped down $50 for a game yet, but I think like $25-$30 was. It felt like that was kind of the standard.
yeah. 50 of course is your PlayStations, your Oh, speaking of which, Outer Worlds is gonna come. Outer Worlds 2, I should say.
I'm looking up an inflation calculator
Uh-huh.
because I remember when I was a kid and I was begging my dad to buy me games for my Nintendo. I think they were what that would have been. That would have been 1990, I guess. They're about $50 a pop.
Really?
Yeah, and that's
50 bucks for a game for a Nintendo at that time.
yeah, that is calculate $123.
Wow.
So yeah, my dad griping that Super Mario Brothers 3 cost $50. I get it now.
Yeah, yeah. I
Even
mean,
$50 is a lot, but like you're throwing down three times that.
you know what I'm waiting for that we don't have and maybe we'll never have, but I think it would be interesting. A VR uh machine that you can buy that only takes you to one place. You have to buy you have to buy the hardware. The reason I'm thinking about it is because of, remember the handheld video games? It was just one game. It was just one game.
Yeah,
Or the cabinet, it was just one game.
yeah.
Like if there was a thing that had like only one game nowadays, right? No matter how cool that game is, the fact that it only played one game, like there was only one game. This is what I'm saying. If there was a universal system, right? Like a console, like a PS5, right? But it was so complicated, there was only one game released for it, and that was the only thing you could play on it, it would be bad. Like everybody would be like, there's only one game on this thing.
Yeah.
But if the one game was also its hardware, and that was the only game that you play, but it's the only way to play this game, I think it marketing wise, it might actually do better.
I mean, that's
For
just like these experiences that you'll get at like game centers, like GameWorks or something, where it's a whole, like you said, a cabinet, and it's just one thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's
And
more than just like a cabinet. It's like a whole surround
it's a
experience.
rig, yeah, it's a rig that you put on, and I think it would be possible, but I don't know. I think the genie may be out of the bottle that everyone wants to be able to play anything on their hardware that they have. So I
Yeah.
don't know if it would work.
I mean, I that's
Speaking of,
why
I
I
don't know if
can
it would work.
I that's why
Oh,
I briefly
I
consider
forgot.
getting
We have 10 more minutes. Sorry, go ahead.
that's why I briefly consider getting a Switch, I guess a Switch 2, because you can easily play old Nintendo games.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, like I have my Nintendo Wii at my house, and I have some of the old games I used to have when I was a kid on there. And yeah, sure, when I first hooked it up, I played them, quite a bit. But I haven't turned that system on in now a number of months. So
Is it
why justify spending that kind of money?
we still have boxes of stuff in our house that we haven't unpacked. It's been a year now.
It
What
has
I
been
have like
almost exactly a year when I was
I have
there.
about I have about 20 boxes still
Wow.
in that room.
Obviously, that those boxes don't spark joy, and you should give them away.
Once I open them and look at what's inside of them, it will spark joy. However, that's the problem. Um,
There's an atmospheric river with its sights set on us, beginning I think tomorrow.
what does an atmospheric river do to you or for you or
It makes
against
it
you?
rain, don't you know? Makes it
Oh,
rain.
hey, yeah,
So
yeah.
people also call it the Pineapple Express. And I watched a
Is
video
that
today on YouTube about some weather guy was like, some people think an atmospheric river is a Pineapple Express. Is that true? And he's like, yeah, that's true. They're basically the same thing. Oh,
I
Xioning.
never saw that movie. But whenever I think of it, it makes me tired.
It makes you tired.
Pineapple Express. Oh, here, go ahead.
I have not seen that movie either, but it's a big like pop culture kind of movie, right?
Yeah, that's the thing is you and I were never really weed guys, Ben.
No.
Famously not weed guys, I would say.
We weren't anti-weed guys, just
Well, but we were not weed guys.
yeah.
Like, like, now this is interesting. I mean, for me, it's partially the whole military side of things and all that. Um, but yeah, just never like there. Okay. I don't want to alienate any of our listeners. I don't think I will when I say this. It is very strange to encounter people who are unironically weed guys because being a weed guy is so like goofy anyway
And it's
that
we're not just constraining it to guys either. It's just weed culture, weed people.
yeah.
Unless you are specifically we're talking about like the white Rastafarians.
I mean, am I kind of I mean the whole there's a specific dude, like,
That was
that
a oh yeah,
there's a
yeah,
specific uh thing like the tie. I almost went into a Bill Cosby, which I was going to say the tie dye and the mesh hat and the that whole
yeah.
vibe. And then I was like, oh wait, yes, I am describing white Rastafarian stuff
A
when I do that.
subculture that was mocked in the film 10 Things I Hate About You.
Was it really?
It was.
Hmm. There is the question of hacky sacks. Yakety. Wait a second. Yakety sax,
Hackety
hacky
sack.
sack, hackety sack. There's something
Hackety
here.
sacks. um, I mean,
It would
you
be
can play
yakety
that theme
sax, and
if
then
I
people
ever
doing.
try to play hacky sack. It would work. It would fit
I
because I'm
could
not very
totally
good
see.
at it.
Yeah. Do you still remember when Tim and Eric first started happening?
I remember when it first started happening, but I never watched it.
They had a hacky sack thing that was just strange. It is interesting now. Tim Heidecker
Yes.
has gotten into his uh being a normal guy era, which is really interesting. He's doing things without layers of irony, at least somewhat, sometimes,
Right.
and it's interesting to watch when that happens.
I saw this video, a really kind of brilliant takedown of Rob Schneider on YouTube. I believe the creator is Maggie Mae Fish, and she did this
Oh, Maggie May Fish. I
video
know about that
essay
creator.
video essay comparing Tim Heidecker's like fake conservative stand-up persona to Rob Schneider's actual conservative like stand-up
Yeah,
TV show where he plays a stand. I think he plays a stand-up comic in it. I'm not quite sure. And just
yeah.
comparing how one is brilliant satire, the other is sad white man tries to stay relevant.
So the so I will say this, the Tim Heidecker thing. When I said that he's being a normal guy, it's like right after that piece, which I saw his video and I liked it. But like right after that, he became more of a like
Yeah, I
a
think I saw
normal
him in like a
guy.
straight TV show or something. Straight meaning like you're saying no like he's not
Oh, you know
under
what?
levels of character, levels of ironic characterization.
He was in Us. He did
Oh
something
yeah,
there.
that's right. He
I forgot
played
about that.
yeah.
The neighbor guy or whatever.
Yeah.
So
What's
that's
Eric done for us
interesting.
lately?
For us, nothing. And I'm wondering, I'm looking more and more like Rodney Asher. which is really weird.
Rodney Asher, the guy who
Yeah,
directed the film.
he's the guy who did whatever you call it, Glitch in the Matrix film, that
Yeah,
film.
that's what I said.
Yeah. Well, you just said the film. I didn't know. I thought you meant us for a second. I'm like, no, I
No,
believe.
yeah,
No, it's just
that's what I meant.
interesting.
Well, I don't know what Rodney Asher looks like, so
He looks kind of
I'll
like
take your word
this.
on.
Looks sort of like this. It's really weird.
Actually,
I think it's just the gray in my beard.
I think if you wore a hat and stood next to your friend of mine, Troy Lund, with the beard, you guys kind of look alike.
We look kind of like me and Troy
Yeah,
Lund. Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, the your hair's different, but
Yeah. Yeah.
you're both middle-aged dudes with
We
beards.
we are middle-aged
That's
dudes with beards.
that's
It
the
is true.
only similarity.
So when was the last time you saw Troy?
I think it's been a few months. I think I went to go see Amber Wolf's band play at
Oh, how was
Cole and
that?
Cole and I went to go see Miss Mimi Lavona at the Swedish Supper Club, and
Huh.
Troy's her drummer, and so I think that's the last time I saw him.
Yeah. It's just interesting. We've talked about this before, but Troy and I, good friends, lived in Seattle together for a really long time. Only saw each other like maybe twice a year. Just the way it works out,
Yeah,
which is
I mean that's kind
interesting.
of how I am with my family.
Yeah, yeah. I I understand that. I mean, I'm 5 hours away now from my
Yeah,
family. Um, so I kind of try to work out running into them when I go on work trips back to the area where they live. That seems to be working out pretty well. It is
yeah.
it is interesting. They get older every time I see them,
Isn't
but
that
so
weird?
do I.
Yeah.
So, there we go. But yeah, yeah.
Do you remember at a certain point where you looked at one of your parents and you like it clicked for you that oh my they're an old person now,
Yes. Yes, I do. And
and the
it's
reason I say that is because I remember that moment for me, and I am now older than my parents were at that moment.
wow. Not so for me. Um my yeah, so George, my adopted dad, uh is and I always make this caveat just because we have this conversation, you know uh so you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, because you have two dads.
um he he has always been extremely physically fit, and he is you know mentally sharp.
Yeah,
And so I've never really it's just recent when his mustache went white. That's when I'm like, okay, this is a thing. Um, Kevin, my biological dad, is only 16 years older than me.
right.
So he's never, I mean, we're going to get into, eventually where we're like, you can't tell that we're of two different generations, I
Yeah,
think. And are we even? Yes. Yeah, he's a boomer. He's a
he's
late
a he's
boomer,
a yeah he's a
and
young boomer.
I'm he's a young boomer. Yes. Whereas and I'm Gen X.
So he's 16 years older than you, so he was born in like
57?
1957. Okay.
Yeah, 57.
Yeah, I'd call that a young boomer. My parents are 50s and they're solid boomers. Solid boomers, man.
Is there such a thing, Ben? And with that,
And with that, wouldn't you look at the time?
would you look at the time,
I
Ben?
suddenly went Irish on us.
Hoity hoy. Oh yeah, that's 23andMe not going anywhere, apparently. You heard about this?
They had a data
They're
breach, but then they were sold or something.
they were when they went bankrupt.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
and then but the people that they went who bought them are the people that um own them. Now they're a research group now, a nonprofit research group instead of a commercial entity, it sounds like.
Gotcha.
That being said, I just got my I just got my DNA test. Turns out I 100% just got my DNA test. It doesn't work. I was trying to think of how I just got my DNA. It sounds turns out I'm 100% taking my DNA. Doesn't work. Can't do it. Anyway,
I just got my DNA test. Turns out I'm 100% jerk.
the the big thing now is that I am mostly Eastern European, but like a solid, I think like quarter British, and then the rest of it is all straight, not British, sorry, British Isles. What do you call it? Like Ireland and England.
Okay.
Uh, that's British, right?
Just
The
Northern
British Isles.
European.
Oh, I guess, and then there's Ireland as well. Yeah. So pretty much everything that I thought before,
Yeah.
but it's still interesting to see those things. And this is gonna sound crazy, but my ethnicity is perfectly represented in the city of Chicago, which makes sense because I was born there. Actually, I was born in Berwyn, a hospital in Berwyn, but
I don't know
whatever.
where
The
Berwyn
okay,
is.
it's a suburb of Chicago.
Suburban.
And with that, oh, hey, who was it? Who was it?
Oh, we're having a thing here tonight. Don't you know?
Yeah,
That I told you about.
who is that though?
Oh, I'm not gonna out anybody on the show.
Okay, well, say hi to the people for me. Paul says
Okay.
hi whenever you get a chance. All right, Ben, this is it. We're done. We're done. We have been
Finally.
done.
Good
I
God.
went off on a tangent. You tangent, get the
And
heck over here.
in that case, Paul, it's been good talking to you. I will talk to you next week. Until then, I
Talk
hope
to
that
you
you
next week.
keep it wrong.
Keep it
How's it
wrong. How's it
happening?
happening?
And whatever that third thing
Oh, yep.
was.
All right. Talk to you later.